Chapter 30. Callum. The very next day, I take Ada house hunting all around the Gold Coast and Old Town as well, in case she prefers to be in her old neighborhood. We look at townhouses, penthouses, walk ups, fancy apartments in posh buildings, and trendy converted lots. Anything and everything I think she might like. In the end, we pick something in the middle. An old church that's been converted into flats. Our apartment is on the top floor, so includes an entire rose window inside the pointed arc, making up almost the entirety of the living room wall. Ada loves it so much that we put down a deposit on spot. After that, we fix other things missing in our marriage. I take Ada to pick out a proper ring, one she chooses herself to fit her own taste and preferences. I'm expecting her to go with a simple band, but she surprises me by choosing a small emerald cut center stone with filigree baguettes. It has clean lines and a hint of old world about it. It suits her perfectly. When I slip it on her finger, I repeat the vows that I spoke so carelessly the first time around. Now I savor every word speaking from the heart. I, Callum, take you, Ada, to be my wife. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life. I promise you that, Ada. I will always be there for you and I'll never let you down. I know that, she says, looking up at me. I know exactly what you would do for me. To celebrate the beginning of our new life together, I take her for lunch at Blackbird. When we visit down, Ada sets her purse on the table between us, smiling gleefully. I actually have something for you too, she says. What is it? I ask her without having the tiniest guess in my mind. I don't know if I've ever gotten a gift I was actually excited about. I used to putting I'm used to putting on a fake smile for presents of cufflinks and cologne. I almost feel stupid giving it to you, Ada says, passing me a small flat box since it's already yours. I lift the box, which is surprisingly heavy. When I open the lid, I see a gold pocket watch. It looks exactly like my grandfather's watch, but I know it can't be. She must have had a replica made somehow. How did you do it? I ask her in amazement. It looks exactly like it, even a bit worn, more worn than it probably was. Ada says, guilty. It's been at the bottom of the lake for weeks. What? I say in disbelief. This isn't the same watch. It absolutely is. Ada says triumphantly. How? Have you ever seen Cameron Bell? No, who's that? He makes these YouTube videos about finding sunken treasure. He's a scuba diver. Anyway, I saw this video where he found a lady's earring that she dropped in the river, and I thought if he can do that, so you called him? That's right. Ada says triumphantly. I mean, I paid him obviously, and he gets to use it for his channel. Took him 3 whole days and two different metal detectors, but he found it. I turn the watch over in my hand, unable to believe it even while I'm holding it. I look up at Ida's hopeful, guilty face. Only Ida would believe she could get the watch back. I never even considered it as a possibility. You might as well drain the whole damn lake before you could get her to give up. I love this woman. The day she set my house on the fire was the luckiest day of my life. It truly is the luck of the Irish. Perverse, inexplicable, and utterly fantastic. Do you forgive me for losing it in the first place? She asks me, slipping her little hands into mine. I shouldn't tell you how much you could get away with, Ada. I say, shaking my head, but you already know that I would forgive anything you do. Anything? She says, grinning mischievously. Yes, I say. Please don't test that theory. Ida leans across the table to kiss me. She pulls back just a little, so her nose is touching mine. I love you, she says. Did I tell you that? No, I grin. Tell me again. The end. There's also an extended epilogue which I'm gonna read. That's a bonus one. You only those people get who like sign up for the newsletter. So I have that. I'll read that also. Hallam, Halloween. I'm supposed to be taking Ada to a charity event at Six Flags tonight, but we still haven't agreed on our costumes. She has her heart set on us being Frodo and Gandalf. I say there's no goddamn way I'm wearing a beard and a dress all night long. It's not a dress, it's a robe, she cries, with an expression of scandalized disbelief that she could be married to somebody who doesn't understand the nonce of Middle Earth fashion. Whereas I feel she should be impressed that I know what Middle Earth is at all. I sure as hell didn't 6 months ago. Why can't we do something classic? I ask her. What about Danny and Sandy from Greece? Ada makes a face. What about Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio? You can't wear a Yankees uniform, she says. That's sacrilege. What then? I ask her. Please don't say Harry Potter. I wasn't going to say Harry Potter. She gives a contemplated toss of her head, but I can tell from the color in her cheeks that she absolutely 100% was about to suggest Harry Potter on her next idea. Come on, I coax her. We just have to put something on so we can go to the event, take a couple pictures, and then have some alone time, just the two of us. I tuck a lock of glossy dark hair behind her ear and let my finger trail down her jawline all the way to her delicately pointed, stubbornly set little chin. I've been working my ass off this week and Ada has too. I feel like we've barely had 5 minutes together. In fact, as my thumb grazes over her lower lip, I can feel my cock swelling inside my pocket, pressing uncomfortably against my zipper. I need my wife badly. Maybe we should just blow this thing off, I offer. I'm about to grab her and pull her close so I can crush those soft lips against mine and taste the sweetness of her mouth. We can't, Ada says. It's for second start. I give her a blank stare. She rolls her eyes, clarifying. It's the charity for mature students, remember? Your mother's check that we're going about 100 times. She's going to lose her mind if we bail on her. I sigh. Fine, just pick something. But please, Ada, nothing too weird. I don't want some Justin Trudeau situation coming back to bite me in the butt. You can trust me, Ada says, looking up at me with her sauciest and least trustworthy grin. I'll find the perfect thing. She goes up on tiptoe to kiss me. It really has been such long since I kissed her properly. I almost forgot how good she smells, especially when she's been running around outside half of the day. She smells like clean soap, fresh air, and burning leaves. That hint of smoke in her hair makes my heart race at triple speed. I will always associate Ada with the scent of fire. I try to wrap her up in my arms, but she slips out of my grip, giving my ass a little smack as she pulls free. I'll get the costume, she promises. Don't you worry about a thing. It's never a good sign when she quotes songs' lyrics. No time to worry about it, however. I've got a mountain of bureaucratic fucking nonsense to sift through. I can't say I'm particularly enjoying the actual work of being an alderman. It's tedious and never ending, but it does open all the doors I was hoping, plus more. I'm getting my fingers into every major deal in Chicago one way or the other. People who shied away from my family thanks to the stain of our criminal past are now forced to work with me if they want to get anything done. My rubber stamp might as well be a cudgel. So, with meetings and phone calls and delivery of a ridiculously large basket of whiskey and dark chocolate from Cardenas, which better be just the opening salvo in favors, he also plans to do for me if he actually wants the zoning changed for his next property. The afternoon passes away. Around 6 o'clock, my secretary knocks on the door, carrying a large white box. It's so huge that she can hardly push the door open with her hips, tottering on the kitten heels. Granted, Evangeline only weighs about 96 lbs, even including her oversized cardigan, so I am guessing everything seems heavy to her. Your wife had this delivered, she says, panting a little as she plops the box down on my desk. She told me to help you zip it up to make sure you were ready by 6:15. She pushes her plastic-framed glasses up on her nose and checks her watch. That only leaves 12 minutes from now, she adds hopefully. I try to ready myself for whatever I'm going to find inside. It's just like Ada to send the costume over the last moment, so I won't have any time to argue. I open the lid, I am met with a pungent smell of rubber and a pile of black fabric. I lift out the heavy costume, holding it up to Evangeline's delighted gaze. Oh, she squeals. Batman, that's perfect, Mr. Griffin. I could see you as a Dark Knight. I don't see myself as a hero type at all, but I guess Batman is a good choice in that regard. He's strategic, calculated, utilitarian, not a Boy Scout like Superman. I can't help smiling just a little at Ada's playfulness. I guess I am a wealthy businessman who plays one role by day and another by night. It will be perfect for a charity event. Now, all I have to worry about is how Ada plans to dress to match. I could see her coming as a penguin just to fuck with me. Do you need help putting it on? Evangeline asks hopefully. Evangeline is twice my age and a grandmother of three, but that never stops her from engaging in some mild workplace harassment. Ada finds it utterly hilarious. She's becoming best friends with her, as she seems to do with most people given enough time. Ada brings my secretary an iced macchiato every time she comes to visit me, and I hear them giggling out there for 20 minutes or more before Ada comes popping into my office. No, thank you, I tell Evangeline firmly. I can get it on myself. That's easier said than done. I've spent the full 12 minutes struggling with the suit, cape, and a cowl, only just getting it all in time to hurry down to the waiting town car. Ada standing next to the black Lincoln wearing the bright green bodysuit, high knee boots, and cape made of leaves. She puts some kind of rinse in her hair to give it reddish hue. It looks quite striking against her olive skin. She's painted her lips cherry red to match. The bodysuit is hugging her curves like it's painted on her body. I have to stop and stare because even think about speaking. I can't even speak about. I have to stop and stare before I can even think about speaking. How in the hell am I going to keep my hands off you? I ask her. You won't, she grins. I never knew you could look so good as a redhead. Say that again in Batman voice? Absolutely not. I'm not doing that voice all night. Just once, please. I take a quick glance towards the driver's seat to make sure Jack isn't listening. Then I lower my voice to it almost gravelly tone and say, Raquel. I'm sorry, I'm bad at that. Ada laughs so hard, I think she's going to pee in her brand new costume. That was it, I warn her. I'm not doing anymore. It was perfect, she says. She tilts up her full red lips to kiss me. As our mouth meets, she slips her warm, small, soft tongue into mine, dancing it lightly across my lips. I kiss her back twice as deeply, tasting that rich, sweet flavor that belongs only to her. Careful, she whispers, I have a poisonous kiss. I know that, I growl. I remember our wedding day. She snickers, not sorry at all. Neither am I. Every struggle, every quarrel, every crazy thing that she or I did brought us here to this moment. I wouldn't change any of it because I couldn't risk it turning out any other way. I have Ada, this girl who challenges me and completes me in ways I could never have imagined. Whatever it took to get us here, I would do it again 100 times over. Ada knows me, all the different parts of me, not just the son or the brother or the gangster or the alderman. She knows who really I am. I am the man who's completely in love with her. And that's the end. Thank you so much for watching.